Woo! Welcome. KMaccTalks live podcast. We're here. It is Tuesday, March 23rd. Yes, I had to look up the date. Welcome. Good to see you if you're here. Well, no one's here. I can see that, but if everyone shows up, thank you for coming. We got a lot to talk about. A lot going on in the world. The world is opening up. The world's opening up. And people are going crazy. The world's open and we are going crazy. Let me get this, get my camera angle down. It doesn't give me like a preview of what I, kind of want it to look, but that's okay. There we go. Okay. Yeah. All right, guys. How's that lighting look? Okay, we're looking good. Yeah, man, we're opening up. And I think the only question is, will more people die from COVID or from alcohol poisoning when they get up, or fucking some party-related deaths? Like, I haven't seen all the videos. I just kind of was checking them out today, and it was wild out there, I gotta say. I saw the girls twerking on a Lamborghini on the front of the car while the car's driving. The Lambo's driving down the street, and the girl's just twerking right on the front of the hood. Like, just wildness, Apparently people were, like, running out of their bills, buying big meals, and just running out the restaurant, stealing shit. Just fucking craziness, just it got wild. Just hordes. Those groups of people. I mean, and you gotta think, like, last year spring break got canceled, like, out of nowhere. That was right when it started, right around, a year ago, and spring break got canceled, out of nowhere. All these kids were looking forward to spring break. All of a sudden, not only is spring break shut down, but the whole world's shut down, and you gotta sit inside for a year. And the whole time you're festering, like, man, when I get out of this, I'm gonna do that. Whatever I said I wasn't gonna do, I'm gonna do that. If it's getting a tattoo on my ass cheek, I'm gonna do that. If it's fucking piercing my fucking pinky toe, I'm gonna do that. If it's fucking going skydiving in Mexico, I'm gonna do that. Bungee jumping off the fucking Hoover Dam, I'm gonna do it. Everyone's like, whatever I wasn't going to do before, I'm going to go run with the bulls, but it ain't going to be bulls. We're just going to run after rabid pit bulls. Whatever the fuck it is, like, people are just going wild. They've been pent up for a year. Their alcoholism probably got worse because they've just been drinking in the house, so now they got tolerances. People are ready to party right now, and I just think it's very interesting to see how the world's going to react to this. Like, there's going to be a lot going on. I mean, judging from Miami, just people are over not being able to party. They're over it. It's officially over. No one cares anymore about catching COVID, whether they have the vaccine or not. So yeah, it's like what is the world going to look like in this next year? Like, this summer could be one of the wildest summers ever, just in terms of partying and people letting loose. Everyone's going to be, just letting loose out there. And I'll tell you one thing. I like it. I'm here for it, man. I'm here for all the fuckery. All the debauchery. I'm here for it all. I'm going to be on the front lines. We'll be on the front lines of the fuckery. The fuckery front linesman. I mean, seriously, like, Think about how cooped up people have been, and now they just are finally free, especially college kids and everything. I mean, you know, I remember that time in my life, and it wasn't too long ago. It was like last week because I'm young like that. I'm young as fuck, but um, yeah, I mean, I would be going nuts if I would feel like I always feel like I got to make up for shit. When I was an addict, and I felt like I missed so much of my 20s because I was an addict and just in the house using drugs, using opiates, and I would never really go outside of the house. Your whole life is, getting money, getting drugs, going to the house, doing the drugs, and like half falling asleep all day, and that's it. So I always felt like I had to make up for that shit when I got clean, and I wanted to go out and socialize and party now because I missed most of it in my 20s. So I want to do it all over again. Now I want to make up for it, and I want to go out and drink and party in my 30s. Now it's too late, man. Now you're in your 30s. Now you gotta be mature. Now you gotta grow the fuck up. Now you're an adult. It's too bad you missed out in your 20s. You shouldn't have been a drug addict. You missed out. You can't go. So I found that out. But, I always want to make up for things, and that's what I'm saying. All these kids might feel like they're making up for things. And I am mature in my 30s. I mean, just because I'm going for my dream, I'm not giving up. I don't want the regular 9-to-5 office desk job. I don't want that. I want to follow my dreams, and I'm never going to stop. I'm unrelentless doing it. All I want to do is live comfortably and do what I love. Love my job, love what I'm doing. And that's telling jokes, podcasting, making videos, and editing. Whatever in that industry, whatever I'm doing, as long as I'm loving what I'm doing, I don't need to be rich and everything. So if that's immature that I'm chasing my dreams in my 30s, so be it. I don't care. But hey, that's just me. I'm living the life I want, and I'm happy. I'm happy with my life. I go through stages, but right now, love my life. I'm getting back to California soon. Getting these last few weeks I'm in Connecticut, and then we'll be back for the summer, and we'll be it's going to be fun. California is opening up. So that's what I'm saying. These kids feel like now everything's opening up, and they're like, they got to make up, though, for the last year being inside. What are they going to do? They're going to be lighting off fucking fireworks off of buildings into the road. I mean, they're going to be doing some shit. It's going to be Mardi Gras just in every city. It ain't going to be just Louisiana anymore, New Orleans. It's going to be Mardi Gras everywhere. It's going to be a wild summer. California just opened up freaking indoor dining, which is crazy to me because it was like, that's why I came to California, because we were hearing on the news like 1 in 6 people in California had COVID. They're using Dodger Stadium to test for COVID. And all of a sudden, like a month later, they're opening for dining. But hey, whatever works. So can't wait to be out there, though. It's going to be wild. You might have to carry your shank this summer. People are going to be drunk on another level drunk. They're going to be Tom Brady after the Super Bowl throwing the Lombardi trophy to another boat. That's how drunk they're going to be all summer. It's going to be a wild one, and I am here for the fuckery. I'm here for the fuckery. So that's all I mean. What else? What other videos did I see besides the twerking? Was great. Man, just the crowds. I just saw basically huge crowds of partying, and all the videos I saw, and they tried to shut it down at 7:30, 8 o'clock curfew, but I guess that didn't work. They just moved around. I mean, it's spring break, and after what we went through, of course it's going to be wild. I just want to see what's it going to be like in California, everywhere. I mean, I didn't even get to experience I got there like late summer 2 years ago, didn't even get to experience a full summer yet, and then COVID hit, and I didn't get a good summer in California yet. So now, am I gonna feel like I gotta make up for it and do some just wild shit, ATVing in the Hollywood Hills, doing fucking bungee jumping off the Hollywood sign? I don't know. It's gonna be like, what do you want to do? Let's push our limits. Come up with the craziest shit. Let's fucking, I don't know, eat a Pocky chip and freaking swan dive off the pier into the ocean. I don't know. Whatever. It's like, let's do something. I mean, I'm here for it. It's going to get real interesting, hopefully in a safe way, but it's going to get real interesting real soon, is all I'll say on that. I mean, I don't know. Did anyone pass away or die? Can you see me when I do that? All right. Well, let's talk about, as long as no one passed away or died is my point here. You know, if it can be fairly safe, why not party our brains off? I feel like we earned it after this year inside. We've earned it. We can party. You know, as long as no one's dying from alcohol, don't do any Sparks challenges. Remember Sparks? Did anyone else drink Sparks, the energy drink with the alcohol? We used to do Sparks challenges where you chug the Sparks in the cup as fast. That should get you out there running in the streets of Miami. All right, let's get into. We'll start with some sports. We'll start with the Ncaa Tournament. So, how many upsets has there been, man? There's a lot of upsets this year. More than ever, really, I think. Like, I've never seen so many. That's it, Illinois, like my pick. That was going to be my pick to go. I did a couple brackets, but I picked Illinois. I think I did 3 or 4. I picked Illinois in one. You know, picked Houston in another. I really like Houston. They're still in there. You know, Baylor. I picked Baylor still in there, but I mean, we got Illinois got upset. Ohio State got upset. Who's this who commented on me? 43. I don't know who that I was reading. Someone commented 43 seconds on my thing. Yeah, so many. I don't know what the record for like upsets are. Who else? There was another upset that I like. Oh, Kansas got smacked by USC. I really liked USC, and I don't know much about college basketball this year. It was mainly because they have an NBA prospect, that guy on USC who's supposed to be like the second pick or something. So I thought they were going to be good, and Oklahoma State I thought was going to be good. They got upset. It just seems like everyone's getting upset this year. Who did Loyola won again? They have that cute old woman there who was always at the Loyola games, and when they went to like the Elite Eight, or what they go, the Final Four that 2 years ago, and she was always in the stand. She's like 90 years old. That's the coolest thing. And now she's in there again. She's like, fuck COVID, I'm watching these guys. So that's awesome. Let's see. So we got Gonzaga still in there against Creighton. We got USC and Oregon. Pac-12 killing it this year. Really love that. I mean, Pac-12 basketball has kind of gone away. Like, you don't think of Pac-12 as being a powerhouse in college basketball, just football, really, and that's sliding away. But it's cool to see Pac-12. I mean, besides UCLA, they have the most teams in there. You know, it's a surprise. I'm saying UCLA is normally there, but now you got USC, Oregon. It's pretty cool to see that. Michigan's done there with Florida State. I really like Florida State. They were good this year, demolished Duke. And then we got UCLA. Alabama, I think, is a very interesting team. Avery Johnson does he still coach Alabama? I'm not sure. Little Avery Johnson there. See, the thing is, I can't do an Avery Johnson voice, but I wonder if he still coaches them. UCLA, Alabama, that's cool. Baylor, Villanova. I didn't think Villanova, but Jay Wright knows how to coach a college basketball team, and he's good. Arkansas, Oral Roberts. Never seen as many SEC teams, too. Alabama and Arkansas and Oral Roberts. I would not like to go to that college. Yeah, I go to Oral Roberts. It's like, I don't know. I just don't like the way that sounds. Get me some oral education. I don't like it. But then you got Loyola, Chicago, and Oregon State. And then Syracuse and Houston. I knew Syracuse. I picked them. I knew they'd do well. I wasn't sure if they'd beat West Virginia. I just had a feeling they're such a great NCAA tournament team that, of course they were going to go long. Jim Boeheim's been in the tournament so many times. I just knew I knew Syracuse would make a good run of it. They just always do. Jim Boeheim in that zone, they always make a good run at it. So I knew if they beat West Virginia, Syracuse has... I really like Houston. I don't know if they can beat Houston, but they're going to put up a good game. I'll tell you that. Syracuse has a chance to at least defeat Houston. Depending on what the plus minus is, I might even bet Syracuse beating Houston. So let's. I'll just quickly go through what I think my picks would be. So Syracuse, Houston. I'm going to say Houston, but it's going to be really close, I think. That'll be a really close game. Syracuse definitely will have them on the ropes. I think they'll have a chance to beat them, but I think Houston's so good they're going to eat that out. I really like Houston as an underdog here to go real far. Final Four aspirations if they can get past Baylor. Loyola, Chicago, Oregon State. See, this is why I'm saying look at how many upsets we have, because this is an 8 versus a 12. And we still got a 15 seed. We still got an 11 seed. And UCLA, we got a 6 and a 7. We got so many high seeds in there. So it's crazy. But Loyola, Chicago, Oregon State, I'd like to say the higher seed, keep this upsetting going, just to see how long. So I want to say Loyola, Chicago, but I'm going to say Oregon State here. I'm going to say the bigger program. I don't know why. I'll just go in my gut there. I did think the 12 seed will make it. So I think it'll be Oregon State. There's Houston, Arkansas, Oral Roberts. Arkansas is really good. I watched one of their games. They're actually a really good team on the low. So Arkansas and Alabama, these SEC teams. So I got Arkansas winning that. I think Baylor will beat Villanova. They've been the only 1 seed that hasn't looked shaky at all. They've just been dominating teams. So I think Baylor will win there. Baylor, Arkansas, and UCLA, Alabama. I really think UCLA has a chance to upset Bama here. I really do. I'm going to go for it. I think that could be an upset there. I think UCLA can take Alabama. I just like the way UCLA was playing. I watched some of their game. I could see it happening, even though I like I said, I like the SEC teams. I like Alabama, but I think look for an upset there, UCLA. And Michigan, Florida State. I really want to pick Florida State here, even though Michigan's a 1 seed. Man, I want to pick Florida State. I really do. I think Florida State just looked so good in the games I saw when they played Duke and stuff. Yeah, man, I'm gonna go, but I'm gonna go Michigan just because how much I enjoy Juwan Howard, and I think he's got this team believing in themselves. They had a little scare against LSU. The LSU was really good. But I think Michigan, Juwan Howard's got these guys pumped up and believing in themselves. I'm going to pick Michigan there, so that'll be Michigan, UCLA. And then I'm going to pick Gonzaga over Creighton. I don't think they get upset yet. In USC, I will pick over Oregon because USC is just looking damn good. They got that high draft pick. I forget his name. USC, I like. USC might upset Gonzaga. That might be my next round upset. USC upsetting Gonzaga. If they get past Oregon, USC will upset Gonzaga. So that's kind of my main picks there. That's my main beliefs. You know, I don't know a ton about the ins and outs of college basketball anymore, even though I enjoy watching it just as much as an NBA game. But I just don't study the players as much. You know, I know UConn, I know a few Notre Dame, a few teams, Purdue. My brother went to Purdue, so. Damn, they shot this video for Still Trappin' off of Lil Durk's, the box. Lil Durk's, or the voice, sorry, the box. That was a Roddy Ricch song. I have seen this before. The Still Trappin' music video off of Lil Durk's album. Really good video. Last video King Von shot. Sad, rest in peace. Man, that's a great album too. The Voice by Lil Durk's last album, the regular one and the deluxe, both just great. Both albums just tremendous. Yeah, Durk killed those. It's like he was so good. Man, it's so sad King Von passed away. Like every time I mention a rapper's my favorite, Juice WRLD, King Von. Literally, I was talking to my friend Cassius in California, just telling him about how much I liked King Von, and then it was literally 5 days. I thought he was joking, but when he's like, King Von got shot, I thought he was joking because we had just talked about it. Man, it's just sad. All the good rappers freaking dying. All the good guys. All the most talented guys, at least. But, all right, let's get to... Let's do hip hop news. Let's do hip hop news first, and then we'll finish out strong with a little bit of political stuff. Just Biden firing some House members, but let's do hip hop news because there's so much going on. All right, so we got first off, Rich the Kid forgot he pulled a Joel Santana, forgot he had a gun in his carry-on luggage bag. So yeah, he was going through security at the airport, LAX. They find a gun in his bag because he forgot it was in there. Like, who are these people? You know, when you're in the airport and it says, make sure you packed your bags and you know what's in your bags. Make sure no one else packed your bag for you. I always thought that was the dumbest announcement. I'm like, who the fuck else is going to pack my bag? Why would I not know what's in there? Like, I pack my bags when I leave. I know everything that's in there. I could see forgetting little things. I always worry about, like, back in the day, if a pill, one random pill, or like a little nug of weed or something is in like a backpack and you forget something small like that. But this isn't something small like that. This is a fucking pistol. Like, it's heavy, too. It's got some weight on it. So that's what I just don't understand, these rappers doing this. Do they forget? Do they have someone else packing their bags for them, like an assistant or something? Can Rich the Kid afford an assistant? Because, I mean, he always makes smart business moves, but I don't know if he's quite Rich the Kid anymore. He might be like middle-class family the Kid, but I don't know about Rich the Kid anymore. But, I don't know if he just forgets, if you're, like, too high and you don't remember, or someone packed it for you. But how do you not know you got a gun in there of all things? And why don't you just do, even if someone else packed it for you, that's a shitty friend if they didn't get the gun out, or it's a bad prank or something. Like, you're going away in handcuffs at the airport and your friend's like, I got you. I totally planted a gun in your bag. Oh, look at your face when you get arrested. Oh, you're in cuffs. That sucks. All right, peace. I'm going on the trip. No, man, that's a shitty practical joke. We are no longer friends, sir. But, damn, I like this music video. Lil Baby. So hot right now. But what do you guys think? Oh, I mean, this is good. You think Lil Baby's going to be the next Drake though out there? I think it's a possibility, but I don't think. I don't know. I don't think Lil Baby's. A lot of people can't understand every single word he says. Let's be honest. He's got the severe Southern draw kind of, but is he versatile enough? Drake, has that singing. Drake's basically an R&B artist and a hip hop artist all in one, and a rap artist. Like he's very versatile in that, and I could see Baby doing some more emotional songs and whatnot, but his flow kind of always sounds similar. Like a Baby's flow when you hear it, it's kind of the same auto-tuned sound, same kind of similar flow, similar sounding. So it's like if he gets a little more versatile in his sound, I think Lil Baby could definitely become, though. He's got the streets and the mainstream. I could see him having like a Drake era. I don't think anyone will quite be as big as Drake ever in the hip hop world, but I could see Lil Baby being the next up to get the closest. I could see that if he, as he grows as an artist and kind of diversifies his songs, he might get there. So that'll be interesting to see. But yeah, so these people, Rich the Kid, like, how do you not double check that, not feel that there's a gun in there? Like, are you really? I don't know. That's just such an oversight. Like I said, I can picture, maybe you had some loose pills out there, you fucking forget one or something, you got a little bit of weed at the bottom of your bag, but we're talking about a fucking steel gun or whatever the hell. I mean, it adds some weight to what was in that bag. If it's just clothing, I guess if it's a big bag, maybe you don't notice, but still, it's something I would always double check, I guess. If I'm carrying enough guns to forget what bags they're in or what's going on, where my gun is, I'm going to make sure I check my carry-ons, because there's a possibility it's in there. I get that you're using that bag all the time, you're traveling so much, and you have it in there, you're not carrying it in your belt the whole time. So yeah, I get you having the gun in the bag, but I don't know, just double check, man, because I don't see how Rich the Kid, survive. I don't know. If Rich the Kid, like Joel Santana did this. Joel Santana was already kind of had his career, was kind of over. His career was in its latter stages, really. He was already a legend, had legendary status from being in the Diplomats, Dipset. And he was just on Love and Hip Hop, and that hurt him, not being able to be in, like, the seasons or whatever. He got, like, almost 2 years. Like, if Rich the Kid, though, that was what I'm saying, his career is still, like, on its up. He's still kind of beginning out. He's not deep in the game. He's not cemented as some legend or something. Rich the Kid needs to keep making music, keep promoting himself and everything. If he takes 2 years off right now, will he ever regain that shit back? I don't know. Because I saw a meme one time. This is from, I won't say what DJ, but it's from Connecticut. And Rich the Kid concert, like the caption was, make sure you always stay humble or something like that, because Rich the Kid had like Blood Walk out, just had it out and everything, had like #1 song, and I don't know if it went #1, but Plug Walk was a huge song, on the radio, playing all the time. You always hear Plug Walk. And they took a picture. He went to perform. Granted, it's in Connecticut, a Connecticut club, but there was literally like 15 people there. The whole room was just empty, and he was performing, and there was just a row of 15 kids right up against the barricade at the stage. There was just one row, and I don't even think it went from end to end. I think there are a few stragglers behind, but there was maybe 15 kids at this Rich the Kid performance while he's got a hit single out all over the radio. It's crazy. So you always got to stay humble. There's always more you could be doing. You gotta. That's why I do this. I didn't do much live streaming. I got to do more live streaming, so I do this. You always got to be trying new things, different stuff. But Rich the Kid might not be able to survive 2-3 years in jail. People are kind of like Rich the Kid's kind of like a poor man's Fat Joe from more my era. Fat Joe was like always had the hugest singles, like Lean Back, all those Make It Rain. Like Fat Joe would make these huge anthems, like radio friendly, mainstream, huge hits, singles. But then his album would come out, and you feel like no one would really buy his album. Like no one's sitting there listening to a whole Fat Joe album. I did. I love Jealous Ones Still Envy. One of my favorite albums of all time, the Don Carter Genius Story. I listened to a Fat Joe album, but it seemed like he wasn't selling albums like that. No one was buying his albums. It was just the singles were hot as hell, but no albums really. And that's what I feel like Rich the Kid is the same way, because he had Plug Walk. He had whatever. He's had 1 or 2 or 3 hits that were huge, a radio all the time. But then I don't think anyone's buying his albums, and like no one really says, "Who's your favorite rapper?" Oh, mine's Rich the Kid, son. Favorite rapper's Rich the Kid. How does this? Sometimes hats don't look good backwards. How am I feeling about this backwards? What do you guys think? Nah, I'm not feeling it. But yeah, Rich the Kid. I feel like he's the poor man's Fat Joe. No one's buying his album like that, really. Like, I don't know. I don't ever go on my Spotify and even look for what Rich the Kid music's out. He seems more like he should be. He owns that record label there and has signed some good people. And it seems like he's a better businessman and should just be the head of the label and just stay that way and stop rapping like fucking Baby Birdman should have done. Like, why do these guys that are good at business or whatever and running a record label, why do they think, though, they can rap too when they have they're not much talent rapping. Not a very good rapper, but they just assume they can because they run a record. Like, maybe Rich the Kid should just run the record label and sign people, sign good talent like he's done, but stop rapping. I don't know. What do you guys think? I mean, I don't think he'll, if he gets like 3 to 5 or something, say, because that's a real, and California gun laws are strict as fuck, especially going on a plane with one. That's way worse. I mean, New York's are pretty strict, and Joel Santana, it's a mandatory sentence, so I think Rich the Kid's going away. It's just how long. So if Joel Santana got like 2 years or something. If Rich Kid gets 3 or something, I don't know if he could survive that one. I don't know. He'll be coming out fucking poorer the kid. Hilarious. That's all right. So the big news, though, also in the arrest world from rappers, we got a few arrests to talk about. NBA YoungBoy had a federal arrest warrant from the video shoot there where he had a bunch of guns. Him and his crew had like 14, 15 guns. And, they weren't like registered or anything. And he was not supposed to have them. They're felons. You're not supposed to have those guns. But it's all weird. Like, rap music videos have guns all the time. But I don't know how much they're props and how much they're real guns, but it seems like a lot of the time they're real guns. Why did he? Maybe it's because NBA YoungBoy was shooting in like just a neighborhood in New Orleans, and someone called the cops on him for it, got nervous, all these. That makes sense, 14 guns being waved around, I guess, and they were big-ass guns, like machine guns. I guess I could see someone getting nervous and waving that around, makes him call the cops. So apparently that had happened. Him and all his 14. I keep saying 14. So 14 was something. It was either the guns or the friends. Someone was 14. Some amount was 14. But yeah, like he bailed all his friends out and all that. So he he got arrested for that and got in a lot of trouble. That's a federal warrant. I don't know why he had a warrant. I thought him and his friends got arrested and bailed out, but apparently he had another warrant from that. And they were looking for him and everything, and they pulled over his car. I think his Lamborghini, and they pulled it over, saw it was him, tags registered to him. So he went on a high-speed police chase with them. A high-speed chase as NBA Youngboy the rapper. Then when the car stopped, he tried to run from the cops on foot and had a chase. And he actually got away. He does look pretty athletic, like he could probably run. He'd be a good runner, good cross-country team member. But, yeah, he got away for a while. They set a perimeter and, sent the attack dogs after him. And the canine sniffed him out, man, and he got caught. What was his end game, though? What was he thinking? He's NBA Youngboy. He's a celebrity. How are you going to escape that? Are you going to escape and live stream, and they're going to find you? You're all over social media. You're famous. It's not like me escaping, and no one knows where I am. Because I can hide. You're NBA Youngboy. You have freaking publicists, managers. You have a life in the public eye going on. Like, you can't just hide. What did you think was going to happen? I mean, maybe he had something on him, though, besides they found a gun in the car, obviously. You knew that was happening. He found a gun in the car. Like he said, it wasn't his again, just like the other guns. But, maybe he did throw away some drugs or something when he ran, and maybe that was the most important thing, and he at least got rid of that. So maybe that'd be good if he was able to do that. But, I don't know how he thought he was going to get away here, but whatever. He got caught. So he has a gun. So he's currently locked up in the feds. This is the feds too. The feds, when they arrest you, they have built a case, and they have it's like 97% conviction rate. That same thing Tekashi was in. The feds have. If the feds come at you, it's because they have they have some evidence, they have some shit on you. They've been building that for a while. They want you now. They're gonna get you. They want you. They're gonna get you. They are not to be denied. They do not like no's and being denied. And so NBA Youngboy's in some trouble here. He's gonna go away for a while. It just depends how long. I think NBA Youngboy can survive. He can survive like a 5-year bid, I think. Youngboy, as long as he doesn't snitch and just stands tall and takes his time, if he gets like 5 years, they're saying he could get way more. I don't know about a decade. He could probably survive a decade. He's so young. I don't even think he's 21. So technically, if he got 5 years, he could be out by his mid-20s and be fine and be making music and even be more popular because he didn't snitch. And he'd get the Bobby Shmurda treatment, So I think as long as his bid's only like 5 to 10 tops, 10 very tops, because 10 would be tough. He'd have to get out in like 7, 8. I mean, Bobby Shmurda did about almost 7. I think he, like, in the end, what did he do? 6, a little over 6 or something. But still, 7 years, think about how long that was. That was it's a long time in someone's lives. Think about what happened from your lives from age 20 to 27. Like, it's a bulk of time. So, Bobby Shmurda was able, to see how his bounce back game is. We saw when he got out, he's still relevant and still good. So, I think it could, people going to jail now and not snitching and doing your time, staying strong. is rewarded in hip hop when you get out, or at least it should be. It seems to be with Bobby Shmurda. So I think Young Boy can really, I think he can survive a bid, depending how long it is. But NBA YoungBoy got off a attempted murder charge. Like he had in a drive-by shooting, someone died and they were shot from like the car he was in or something like that. It was something with a drive-by and someone died, and he ended up like beating the charge, not getting a first-degree murder. He was up for murder for being in jail for life, and he beat that. And he was on probation, parole, whatever, and I don't even think he could get in trouble, and he's just been steady getting in trouble. No, he's like Kodak Black. He has multiple charges. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. These guys like rich as hell and freaking throwing it away still. I don't know. I get the guns in the music video. It's like, I don't know. You can't get prop ones with all the money you have and do it. Just no one to know the difference. I don't know. I guess for a guy like NBA YoungBoy, that can't really happen. But I don't know. I wish him the best, and I hope everything works out for him. But man, you gotta be safe out there. I think rappers are just getting arrested like crazy. People, the whole Black Lives Matter movement. Cops. We all, I think, are in agreement. Cops mostly are people in high school who weren't the most popular kids, and probably wanted to be in that cool, popular group, and are jealous and are like, how can I get back at the world who kind of made fun of me or didn't let me in or bullied me, whatever. Oh yeah, now I'll get the power to arrest them, and or they're a little racist or whatever, and they want to arrest. They see a black man, young black man doing really well, way better than them, making, throwing money around on Instagram that they never make their whole lives and not caring about it, making more in the night than they make all year. And they want to arrest that person and take that person down. Of course they do. Like, well, that's just what's in their head. They can't focus on themselves. They want to bring someone else down that's doing better than them. I think we all agree that that's what cops are. Not all of them, not every single one, but a lot of cops just want the power to, arrest those people in the popular group that didn't let him in, or, whatever. They don't want to see, they know they're a little racist. They don't want to see a young black guy making all this money. They want to, if they can arrest him on anything, they will. So that's why, these rappers got to be smart about posting guns and money and everything on there. If I was a rapper right now, I'd pretend I'm poor as shit. As long as I was actually making tons of money and I was actually rich and people did like music and everything, I'd just pretend that, hey, I'm poor as shit. I'm in a 360 deal, man. I don't know. I'm in a shitty deal. I ain't making no money out here. My God. I can't even get a chain. I would make sure no one's arrested me or wants to arrest me or anything. I'd be like, listen, I got nothing. I'm barely making any money here. It all goes to my manager and agent. Can't rob me. Because I got nothing. That's how I do it nowadays. No guns, no robbery, nothing. But, man, because Casanova is in jail, obviously. We've seen that he had to stay in jail because of a Nick Cannon interview where he clearly says he separated himself from the old gang he was in. They're over there. He's over here. He'll always be a part of that group because he was initiated in. So, yeah, he's still a part of the group, but he's not doing anything. Like he said, he's separated from them. They're doing their stuff over there. He's over here. But they felt that was enough, him saying he's still part of the gang. Casanova's still in jail, and he wrote, if you were supposedly my mans and went out and partied with me and this and that, and you didn't send me no money or come visit me, then that, and he's like, that's for anybody. Because that is sad how they forget about all these dudes. I'm sure we're partying with Cass. He likes to go to the clubs. They're all out with them, drinking, partying. But see how quickly they forget about you when you go to jail? That shit is real. I know from experience. I mean, it's pretty real. People don't want to answer, collect calls, and spend money on that. No one wants to go down to the jail, sign up, everyone's just lazy, doesn't want to do that. So it's easy. They're like, well, they're not going anywhere. They can't bitch at me. They can't, whatever. They just forget about you in there, and it's sad. But Casanova's, I guess, realizing that. It's just not everyone's truly your mans that you think they are. Like, you may think people are your ride or die best friends, but not in the industry. Once you're in jail, they'll throw you away. And so it's sad just for Casanova. Like, Casanova, I was watching a DaBaby interview with $1 Million Worth of Game, and it's like DaBaby too, these gangster, real ass dudes who've actually put in work, actually shot people. Actually, Casanova did tons of robberies, all that. They get out of life and get in the music industry and are making all this money, and they become like hilarious guys, laughing, smiling all the time, joking, being funny, because they're so happy to be out and doing this shit, something they enjoy and making money. They're just the happiest dudes. That's how you can tell they've changed their lives around, I feel like. Like DaBaby, is obviously doing tons of shit. Almost got a murder charge himself. And now he's just one of the funniest dudes, always seems to be smiling, cracking jokes, and, one of the funnier rappers, even though he's a hard dude, a gangster dude. But I feel like he's just so happy to be out of just that lifestyle that he wants to joke around as much as possible. And that's how Casanova seemed to be. He just seemed like the funnest guy to go out and party with and have a good time with. Because he was just happy he didn't have to rob fucking jewelry stores or whatever anymore. Or go to jail. And it's just sad they put him in jail because of old shit he did when clearly he wasn't doing that anymore. He was a happy-go-lucky guy, always smiling, laughing. I don't know. I'm upset, and I loved his music, and they're taking everyone away, man. It's sad, sad. It's a sad day for hip-hop right now. If you're not dying, you're going to jail, it seems like, and it's just, and then we still got Lil Pump out here with sharpened fingernails, and Tekashi out here with saying he's the king of New York. We still got those guys around, but we lose a King Von, we lose Cass to jail. Even I'm not even a huge NBA YoungBoy fan, but I'd rather see him free than Lil Pump in jail or something. But whatever, man. It's hopefully free Casanova, free YoungBoy. Hopefully you guys get out real soon, especially Casanova, because NBA YoungBoy may be like guilty of all of his crimes, but I feel like Casanova's truly innocent, and I was not really. I know I'd have to see it to believe it that he's really like still moving weight, selling drugs, and all that when he's on Rock Nation putting out albums, has his pictures on a billboard in Times Square. He's still selling drugs. That doesn't make sense to me, but whatever. He's already making millions. He wants to make, 10 grand selling drugs. All right, let's finish here. Very fitting. So Joe Biden, when he was getting cabinet members and everything, he had them take this questionnaire, all the cabinet members, about their past. And there was a question. Have you ever used marijuana, recreational marijuana, in your past? And apparently, the people were told that he just wanted to know a lot about them, just know everything about them, because it's a high-ranking position to be the cabinet for the president of the U.S. But so they would overlook if you said yes. They were told to just be honest, and it's not a big deal. We'll overlook it if you said yes. It's just some marijuana. Everyone smoked it in their past. But after filling out the questionnaires, and I think it was, once again, I want to say 14. Well, maybe I'm just heard that number once and it's in my head now. But I honestly think it was 14 members. All of a sudden, once they did answer yes, all of a sudden he has fired all those cabinet members or demoted them. Or asked them to resign. He asked them to quit, so he doesn't have to fire them, which is a fucking bitch coward move. But, this is just a whack. That's the wackest, lamest shit to do. Tell someone one thing and then do the exact opposite right after. Tell them we're not going to fire you or anything. Just answer honestly. Answer yes if you smoked weed. And telling them that and then literally lying and firing them for answering yes. That's such a bitch thing to do. That's worse right there than smoking weed. I'd rather have someone who smoked weed in their past than someone who just is a liar and has shitty morals, goes against his word. Word's all a man has sometimes, and you just went against your word. I'd rather have someone who used to smoke weed than a liar like that. So that just is really shitty from the Democrat, the left side that's supposed to be all about legalizing weed and everything, and Joe Biden's supposed to support legalizing weed, but then he does this. All it is everyone tweeted and how it should be it's already legalized in 14 states. I think it's 7 states or something, and it will probably be legal in every state, the whole U.S. in my lifetime. I mean, no one really. Everyone's tried weed. Everyone smoked at least once. 90% of people nowadays. 90% of people have at least tried it in their lifetime. Maybe they're not everyday smokers still and don't smoke often, but tried it. The question was if they've tried it in their past. Come on. 9 out of 10 of adults probably have nowadays. And they all agree it's not even as bad of a drug as alcohol is in terms of driving and all that. And being addicted to it, alcohol is way worse of a drug. And mostly everyone doesn't care anymore. It's being legalized and say people don't really care anymore. It's just weed. We've all tried it. It's the one thing. Even people who would never do drugs don't consider it that much of a drug would try it. I think we're no longer in reefer madness days. Everyone's fine with weed for the most part. You've either tried it once and didn't like it and don't do it, or you smoke a lot and you're outside of your work, you're double light. Tons of, I'm sure, high-ranking officials and everything smoke or whatever. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people who've worked in the White House smoke is my point. So it just shows to, no matter which side is it, left or right, politicians are liars. That's what they just do. They do and say whatever they can to get elected, get in office, because that's all they care about. That's it for a politician. That's your whole goal as a politician, is to get elected. Because if you're not elected, you're not really a fucking politician. You're just some guy with strong opinions and who likes to debate. You're really only a politician if you get elected. So they'll say anything, say and do anything they think will get them elected. That's what they do. No matter which side you're on, you're going to lie. And that's straight across the board. I don't care if you're conservative or liberal. Politicians are just all liars and do what they need to do to get elected. And Yeah, that's what this just reminded me of. It doesn't matter what they're supposed to be in favor of or whatever. Politicians are all about just whatever they get making money there, because it's fine with unfulfilled promises as a politician. If you don't do what you said in the election trail, that's perfectly fine nowadays. You couldn't get to it, or there's a lot more that goes into it, or whatever. We just accepted that they won't get everything done, and so that's led them to be able to lie and everything. And there's no politician. I think everyone should be more down the middle. Like, I think a lot of Democrats agree with some Republican stuff, and Republicans agree with some Democrat stuff. That's what I mean. People think I'm more of just a Democrat because I just can't stand Trump supporters and the way the Republican Party is acting, and just Trump supporters are the worst. They're just incredibly. They just love that guy so much. Anything he does or says, Trump could say, "Hey man, guys, I've officially I hate toilet seats now, so I'm only shitting in my lawn. You guys should shit in my lawn or in your lawns. You guys should shit in your lawns now too. I'm doing it. It's only you're a lefty if you don't shit in your lawn. It's a liberal thing. If you don't shit in your lawn every day, you're a lib, or whatever they call it." So, and they'll do it because he said to do it. They are just in love with the guy. Anything he says is right. Anything the left says is wrong. And that's how they are. So it's pointless to argue with them. You're never going to sway their opinion. They have their opinions. They're right. You're wrong. That's it. So I just don't like the way Republicans are. But really, I think, how can you agree with everything the Republican Party's values and agrees with? Like, how can you agree with everything on one side perfectly? Like, I agree with some Democrat shit, some Republican shit. And that's how I feel like most people should be. I think that'd be so hard to agree with everything on one side. You don't agree with anything over here, it just seems crazy to me. I think most people are down the middle, whether they want to admit it or not. They agree with some stuff from both sides, because that's how it should be. There's no way you could fully agree. Like, if I have a friend says a lot of opinions I agree with and everything on movies, music, whatever, but then he's a Yankees fan and I'm a Red Sox fan. Like, okay, we don't agree on sports. It's very hard for us to agree on. We got the same sports teams. We both like hip hop. We like the same music. We both like comedy and horror films. Like, we agree with everything? No, it's, some stuff. Some stuff. I mean, we might agree on horror movies and sports, but, you listen to fucking bluegrass, and I listen to classic rock. Whatever. That's how it is. It's so, I think more people are down the middle than they want to admit. But with this guy, with Donald Trump, it just made it like a WWE match. You had to be all right or all left. You couldn't be in the middle. You couldn't sit in the middle. You got to choose your fucking allegiance. Let us know what side you're on. You're either with us or you're against us. Like, you either completely agree with us and completely think everything they say is wrong, or you're not in our group. Like, it's crazy to me. Like, I want to make fun of both. I'll make fun of both presidents on here when I make videos, when I talk. I'm going to make fun of both sides equally, because both sides do a lot of dumb shit, sketchy shit. Both sides do. And both sides lie. Just like this. Like, President Biden's supposed to, be in favor of legalizing marijuana, and he's supposedly in favor of that, but then he fires all his cabinet members if they've ever smoked weed before, and lies about doing it. Says he won't do it if you just answer yes. And then he lies and he asks you to resign. Just such a bitch thing. If it come up and my boss comes up and be like, I want to ask you to resign. So you're firing me? No, we're asking you to resign. But I'm not working here anymore. And you're asking me to not work here anymore, right? He's like, yes, resign. Well, no, that's firing me. But I'm saying you fired me. Is that like a tax break if you don't get fired or something? Can you not apply for, is that it? You can apply for like unemployment benefits if you resign or something like that? That's probably it. Then maybe they're looking out for you. I don't know. But that's just such a bitch thing to do. Oh, no, we're not going to fire you. You say yes. Then you fire. Man, that pissed me off. Like, that's the worst. So, that's all it is that Biden does a lot of sketchy shit. I don't agree with everything. I don't agree with, like, cancel culture. I hate cancel culture, that anything we say or do gets canceled. Like, if we go through any of our past histories, all of ours, there's no way pretty much everyone hasn't said something stupid or offensive nowadays. They could dig something up on any of us, anyone. I know I'm nervous if I ever do get famous. All the videos on KMaccTalks and all my old videos, I know I've said something offensive myself. You kind of, when I first wanting to get into comedy, the more shocking shit you said, the better. You want to say stuff shocking. That's the only way to get noticed. Now you're so scared to say something shocking, you'll get canceled. It's sad, you know. We all have made mistakes or said something we're not proud of or done it. But we're not perfect. That's all it is, man. That's why we had original sin. So now let's talk about religion. No, but I mean, it's just I don't like cancel culture, and that's more of a liberal thing. But I don't agree with a lot of conservative things. I believe you should have a right to choose. Like, I don't agree with their abortion issue, whatever. Tons of issues. Guns, I think, should be restricted. There's a lot of Republican things. I probably agree with more liberal things, yes, but I still think I'm probably, if we went down every issue, I'm probably pretty close to in the middle. Maybe a little more. Well, who cares? Both sides lie. Like I said with this, both sides lie, cheat, do whatever, do shady shit, whatever they want once they're in power, and whatever they can to get elected. So, what's this? Oh, this is off. Freaking, yeah. Should have ducked. That freaking Lil Durk album is so good. The voice, man, so good. The Voice Deluxe is almost better. Like, isn't that crazy? Now we get 2 albums of the same album. Like, deluxe albums have made it so we get 2 versions of the same CD, full-length albums. Now you like have to release a deluxe. So you basically have to release a two-disc, album every time you release now. It's crazy, but it's awesome. The Eminem B-side was incredible too. Music to Be Murdered By was great, and then the B-side was tremendous too. So I'm really liking the deluxe. This new deluxe pattern of CD making. So before I get copyright stricken, I don't know how that works. I want to start doing more reaction videos because those are, for some reason, I got the most views off of my ASAP Ferg floor seats reaction video, and I gotta just double check what I did differently. I don't think I did anything differently. Maybe people just didn't really react to that song, but I don't know. I think I like doing reaction videos. It's just when you edit them and get them all ready, do all that work, shoot, edit, and then it gets copyright stricken. It just hurts your heart and soul. You did all that work for nothing. So I just got to figure out how to not get copyright stricken like these other reaction video guys. And yeah, might start doing that a little more. I just want to start live streaming talking like this. I know this one wasn't quite as funny. It was more me just making statements, but still, I enjoy talking, whether it's funny or not. I just enjoy chatting. It's like my roommate says, I just talk to myself all day anyways. He catches me all the time. I don't trust you if you don't talk to yourself. You just never talk to yourself. Who are you talking to all day if you don't talk to yourself? You know? You can't be talking to anyone all day. Yeah. Anyways, guys. Sorry, I spoke it down to the roach here. And I got OCD, so I could I don't know. All right, guys. I think I'll put this out. All right. So let's see. What did we talk about here today? We've talked about a lot of the topics I wanted to touch on, but there's still so much more I want to touch on. I mean, I want to reiterate like how crazy I think those. A while ago, I think I've mentioned it, those pranks where the guy like ran up on someone and tried to rob them with a knife as a prank for YouTube, and he got shot and killed. Then another kid had his girlfriend shoot him through a book, and he thought the book was going to stop the bullet, but it really went in his chest and killed him. Like, that's what I think is the deadliest thing out right now, is like the hunt for likes and shock value and going as far as you can just to get likes, where you can kill yourself. Like, man, that's dangerous stuff right there. People wanting to go viral so bad that it ends up killing them. So with that, maybe I'm gonna have to do something. I'm gonna have someone shoot an apple off, just go freaking Robin Hood style, put a freaking apple on there, just a real big barbed, just a real arrow, real sharp arrow, and someone who's never used a bow and arrow in their lives shoot an apple off my head. Maybe that'll make me go viral. It's freaking. Oh, eating the Pocky chip and then do bungee jumping. You eat the Pocky chip challenge, and then you jump off and you bungee jump. That's a dope one. That one probably wouldn't kill you unless the bungee cord snaps. And that would be fun. That'd be a good one. Or even skydiving with the Pocky chip challenge. I think those are good ideas to be explored, but I mean, seriously, you shouldn't be all about likes and views out there. It definitely shouldn't take your life for that. So, anyways, man, there's so much more I want to talk about. I'm gonna do another stream tonight. So, yeah, I'll talk about the rest there. I don't know, got really high here. So, hope you guys have a good rest of the day. Yeah, and I'll see you on the next video. We'll talk a little more about the states opening up. Talk a little more about, I want to talk about Pooh Shiesty and this beef with Kodak Black, NBA Youngboy, everyone. I want to talk about the Kanye and Kim divorce for a little bit. Jay-Z selling Tidal. Yeah. I had a deliciousness. Freaking NFL free agency. We will definitely talk NFL free agency some more. So that's what we'll talk about tonight. I'll have another one up probably about 8 o'clock or so. I'll let you know on my socials. I'll put my socials up here. Yeah, man, thank you for coming I'm going to just call it maybe my therapy session instead of my live podcast session. It was really kind of more therapeutic for me today. It wasn't very funny, just kind of talking about stuff. Thank you if you lasted this whole thing. And I hope to see you on the next one. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I'm Kevin KMaccTalks McCarthy. This is KMaccTalks. Have a wonderful evening. See you at 8 p.m. on the channel. We don't do the straight up piece anymore. It's got to be sideways.